Hey there, beautiful people. I hope you're doing well today, and if you're counting the days until your next Social Security, SSDI, SSI, or VA payment, or just looking for solid answers about what's happening with your benefits, then you've clicked on the right video. I've got an important update that directly affects your money as of May 13th, and whether you receive monthly checks, manage someone else's benefits, or you're still waiting for approval, this video will give you the clarity you need. We're going to break down what's happening this week, who this announcement impacts most, what dates to keep an eye on next, and what actions, if any, you should take right now to avoid delays or missed checks. So grab a notepad or just relax and listen, because everything you need to know is right here, without the fluff. First things first, May 13th falls right between key Social Security and VA payment windows, and the Social Security Administration just confirmed some processing and deposit issues affecting a small portion of recipients, especially those who recently changed banks, relocated, or received payment through Direct Express. So if that's you, keep watching, because this could explain why your check hasn't shown up yet or why it's delayed by 24 to 48 hours. The SSA and VA have both confirmed that no major program cuts or funding interruptions are happening in May, which is great news. But there are a few system-wide technical hiccups that started in early May and are expected to continue through the 13th and possibly the week after. The issue has to do with how certain banks and credit unions process ACH transfers on Mondays and Tuesdays after weekends or federal holidays. And with Memorial Day coming up soon, this problem could affect your May 22nd payment too. But don't worry, I'll explain exactly how to prepare for that in just a minute. Now, let's walk through who's getting paid when, and what this announcement actually means for you. If you're on SSI, Supplemental Security Income, you should have already received your payment on Wednesday, May 1st. That date was unaffected, and most Direct Express users got their funds by noon local time. However, some people who rely on smaller banks or third-party cash apps reported delays of 1 to 2 business days, especially on the East Coast. The Social Security Office confirmed these delays weren't due to anything on their end, but rather individual bank batch updates, and they're urging recipients to check both their My Social Security account and their bank before calling SSA. Now for those on SSDI or Social Security Retirement, the SSA splits payments based on your birthday. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, your payment went out on Wednesday, May 8th, that's the first wave. But if your birthday is between May 11th and 20th, May 13th is your key window to check your account because your payment will post this week on Wednesday, May 15th. That's the second wave of the month, and some early deposit notifications may start showing up around the 13th, especially if your bank processes ACH early. So if you start seeing alerts on May 13th, don't panic, that's totally normal. It just means your payment is en route. If your birthday is from the 21st to 31st, your payment arrives in the third wave on Wednesday, May 22nd, and that's the one we're keeping a close eye on because it falls just days before Memorial Day. While May 27th is the official holiday and banks will be closed, processing times the week before might be slower than usual. So again, if you've ever experienced payment delays around federal holidays, this is your reminder to set up text or email alerts through your bank or the SSA, just to stay ahead of any hiccups. Now let's talk about VA benefits. For those of you who are veterans or receive disability from the Department of Veterans Affairs, most VA checks are issued on the first business day of the month, so for May, you should have received your payment on Wednesday, May 1st. However, the VA also confirmed that some recipients may notice an upcoming adjustment in their deposit on or around May 13th due to changes in dependent status, cost of living recalculations, or annual review processing. If you've added a dependent or completed a form recently, this adjustment may show up this week, and if your deposit seems higher or lower than usual, the VA recommends logging into your eBenefits account or calling the VA hotline to confirm. I know how stressful it can be when your money doesn't match what you were expecting, but don't jump to conclusions, just verify the cause, and then take it from there. Now, here's where things get important. If you haven't received your payment and today is May 13th or later, here are the steps you should take before contacting the SSA or VA. First, check your My Social Security or eBenefits account. They often show whether a payment was processed or returned. Second, check with your bank's ACH department and ask them if a payment is pending or rejected. Third, make sure your direct deposit or address details haven't changed. This is one of the top causes of missing checks. If you've changed banks and forgot to update your info with SSA or VA, the payment may bounce back to Treasury, and it could take up to 30 days to reissue. Now let's pause for a quick reminder. If you're finding this helpful so far, hit that like button to help this reach more people, and consider subscribing so you don't miss future updates. Every like and comment truly helps the channel grow and lets me know what content you want more of. Alright, now here's your May payment recap, nice and easy. For SSI, paid on May 1st, SSDI and Social Security, paid on May 8th if your birthday is between 1st and 10th, May 15th if it's 11th to 20th, and May 22nd for the 21st through 31st. VA payments, paid May 1st, with some possible dependent-related adjustments visible around May 13th. If you're on both SSI and SSDI, you likely received your SSI on May 1st and will get your SSDI on the appropriate Wednesday based on your birthday. As of now, there are no new COLA increases, no stimulus checks, and no shutdown-related disruptions affecting payments in May, but stay subscribed, because if anything changes, I'll let you know right away. Now, as promised, here's a bonus tip that could save you a ton of stress. SSA and VA systems often trigger delays when they can't match your personal info across agencies, especially if your name, address, or date of birth is different in their records. So take a few minutes to check your online accounts and make sure everything matches across SSA, VA, IRS, and your bank. It's a small step that can prevent weeks of delay. If you need to change anything, don't wait, request an update online, and follow up with a call if needed. And before I let you go, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a payment delayed? Was it a direct express issue, a bank hold, or something else? Drop your experience in the comments. Your story could help someone else in this community understand what to expect. And if you've already received your May payment, let us know that too. Every bit of info helps our community stay calm, informed, and prepared. Thanks so much for watching. You all are the heartbeat of this channel. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you in the next update. Until then, take care and remember, you're not alone, we're all in this together.